We are making our way down to the Grand Tetons today, but first we're going to stop at Fairy Falls and have a look down on Grand Prismatic from up there. And then we're going to make our way over to the West Thumb Geyser Basin and check out some of the geysers in that area. Last year we saw a couple pretty cool animals in that zone. And then we'll make our way down to the Tetons and set up our campsite and then go play in the Tetons. So it should be a pretty full day overall. And once we get down to the Tetons, it's just time to play. We love the Tetons. Alright, here we are at the trailhead for Fairy Falls. It is before 8 a.m. and we're already parking in the overflow lot. So if you want to do it, make sure you get here early because apparently it is pretty popular. So I think it's almost 5 miles round trip to the falls themselves. So hopefully it's not too crowded on the trail.
Alright, so we're gonna do Fairy Falls first, just because in the mornings there's a lot more steam coming off of all of the geysers and everything, and so we're hoping that Grand Prismatic is a little bit better as hopefully the sun comes out. It's actually like trying to be blue skies right now, so we're gonna do the falls first. Let's go!
Here is Fairy Falls right behind me, and it's really pretty around here because there's a lot of these wildflowers that line right around the falls. When you get up to it, there is a little pool which all the water is falling into, which makes it super pretty. And height-wise, it's got to be 100-ish feet or so. But right now it's 9 o'clock and there's 18 people here already, so it's definitely one that you want to hit up pretty early in the morning. According to our watches, it was about 2.6 miles to get here one way, so you're looking at about 5.2 mile round trip. This little guy blended in very well. We walked right past her.
So there's a second turn off. So going up to the overlook, it's a loop, so it meets. So we came to the one closest from Fairy Falls. That way we don't walk all the way back and just waste time. So we're coming up the right side now.
That's what it looks like at almost 10 o'clock. It's interesting at West Thumb Geyser Basin last year. all of this was underwater, including the geysers that you saw a little bit before. And we thought that just meant that they were pretty much dead. But this year the water level's lower and the geysers are back on. So it's pretty crazy how it changes year to year. So this is super interesting. Last year there was no lack of water whatsoever when we were here. And now, as you can see, the water is receded way down. And on top of that, the mountains are completely covered in smoke. So it's definitely different than we expected, which might put a little damper on some of the activities that we were hoping to do. So it'll kind of be a play it by ear type of deal the next couple days to see if the smoke clears out and what hiking we want to do. And gosh, it's so much different. It's hard to really imagine how it could change that much in a year, but it must be that dry out here, and I'm assuming they must not have had that great of a snowpack then either. Alright, not gonna lie, when we came to Jackson last year, we did not really enjoy the vibes whatsoever. And this year, we're actually enjoying it a lot more. So I don't know if last year it was because it was a weird COVID year and things were off here, but it definitely was a lot more fun in Jackson this year. Just keep in mind, everything is expensive in Jackson, so expect to spend a lot of money if you're coming here. So we're doing one drive through in this area where we have found a lot of moose before, and it's definitely a little bit warm outside. It's 76 degrees out right now, but it's getting towards the end of the day, so I'm just hoping to see maybe something pop out along the river here, but so far no luck. We'll be back here probably in the morning, bright and early when it's nice and cool, and we should hopefully be able to find a couple bull moose in here. And then we'll be able to get some photographs of them. But they tend to like it when it's a lot cooler than 76 degrees, that's for sure. So just as we thought, the moose weren't really coming out, and it's still 73 degrees right now at 7:30 at night. So they might come out a little bit later, but then it's going to be too dark to really take photos of them. So we'll go out and look for them in the morning. We did see a lot of pronghorn out in the fields, and then we saw some black and white birds that are super cool as well. But now we're heading back up to our campsite, which is one of the, I would say, the best campsite in this entire region. And we'll have to show you the view that we have from up there. All right, and here is our campsite. It's the best camping zone in this entire region, especially when you have clear days, which we do not have right now because of all the smoke. But when you have clear days, the Tetons, you can see the outline, are right there, and they are majestic.
I didn't notice them on the road either.
Already fixing shoes. Wow, haven't even started the hike. Good job, Brian. Good job.